Hey, this is Phil from the Next Chapter team. Welcome to another article review. Today's article review is going to focus on 10 money habits that millionaires stick to. They never give up, they stick to this, and it helps them grow their wealth and maintain their wealth. Before we jump into the review, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Help the channel grow. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another article review from the Next Chapter team. First up, avoiding debts. Outside of a home mortgage, millionaires usually try to maintain as little debt as possible. So that means no high interest debts on credit cards or even car loans. In fact, they focus on, instead of having credit card debts, they focus on investing more than debts. Next up, when they're buying cars, they buy cars and they keep them for as long as possible. Try to get the maximum value out of their car because cars are depreciating assets. So you want to keep on to them, hold on to them for as long as possible, and then buy another one with as little debt as possible, and then hold on to it again for as long as possible. Again, cars are depreciating assets, usually. Most cars are depreciating assets and don't retain value, and even if they do return value, they don't retain value and grow at the rate as investments or even home will. So they buy cars and keep them for as long as possible. Next up, have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a great way to handle the bumps that life will have. So lots of millionaires usually have emergency funds of 3 to 6 months and sometimes even more, depending on their life circumstances. They always figure out what is best for them to handle their life factors. Because you know what? You're going to have bumps along the way. And that emergency fund is going to help you big time handle those bumps. Investing in savings. This is the next tip. Because they have a great emergency fund, most millionaires focus on investing and saving consistently. And so then from there, what are they investing in? Things like stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, and so much more. And their target is to have at least 20% of their monthly income going through a mix of those many things. And that way, they stay in a good, strong position when things occur. And they are building money up over time. They're building their wealth over time. Next up, they're taking advantage of as many benefits that their employer offers. And this could be many things like retirement match in the 401k, the various discounted insurance policies that may be present in their employer benefit portfolio. And then from there, other amazing things if it's available to them, like employee stock programs, HSA accounts, that's a health savings accounts. All of these things are playing into the many pieces of them building wealth over the long term. I love this one. They're not trying to keep up with others. I like to tell people all the time, I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm trying to keep up with me, my family, and their needs, and saving consistently for my family's goals. And these millionaires, most millionaires, are focused on trying to keep up with their goals, their perspective of what they need to build that long-lasting wealth so they could possibly build generational wealth, or at least have a very amazing retirement. Another habit for millionaires, they're utilizing tax deductions. When they get to a certain point, they know that it's important to take advantage of tax deductions. Things like retirement plan investings that reduces their taxable income, mortgage interest when it makes sense, charitable contributions, funding college savings accounts, and even healthcare savings accounts. Mix of these things can be very useful for everyone, but you got to figure out what makes sense for you. Everyone's situation is different. You've got to stay tuned in, dialed into your financial situation to figure out which tax deductions you can take advantage of, and more importantly, that makes sense for you. Next up, they're always looking for an opportunity for other sources of income. And it's not just side hustles, or passive income. So they do other things like, say, they have a rental property. And if they don't have a rental property, maybe they have money in REITs. What is a REIT? A REIT is a real estate investment trust. Those real estate investment trusts have consistent dividends. It's the way they're structured. They have to do dividends annually. Other things that they do might be stocks that pay dividends annually, or they might do ETFs or even mutual funds that do dividends quarterly or monthly. And then they have that choice. That dividend income, which is passive income, right? They have that choice of doing what? Hey, I'm going to buy more, so reinvestment. So they call it a DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan. Or they do that, or they take it as income, right? They just take the cash out. Now, of course, if it's in your 401k or IRA, you cannot do that. But in an investment account, you can enjoy that income if you so wish. And in your retirement years, obviously, you can let that dividends go to a cash portion and then withdraw those dividends annually. Again, millionaires are thinking about the long game, so these habits make sense. Next up, a lot of millionaires who want to pay for college, they start saving for that college fund as early as possible. I've met some millionaires that what they do is they basically start saving for that money before the baby's even born. Of course, you cannot open up that college savings account or 529 plan until the baby is born because it's connected to a social security number. But as soon as they're born, they're able to pop some money in there. Here's another tip I've heard from them. They talk to their relatives. Instead of doing like, toys and stuff when the kids are younger, they say, hey, you know what? Skip the toys. Please send me some extra money. Here's a code, and the money goes directly into their 529 plan. I've heard of many millionaires doing this. So again, some millionaires who want to pay for college, they start saving for that as soon as possible. The earlier the better. Why? Because just like an investment account, the more time in the market, the better chance you have of overall compounding growth. And the final tip is, at some point, many millionaires know it is time to seek out advice. And they're talking about advice for financial planning, investing advice, retirement advice, tax professional advice, or sometimes it's even a combination of all that. And of course, many of them will have wills and other things set up to protect their assets along the way. This is really important along the way to, at some point, when your life gets a little too complex, or your financial life gets a little too complex, and you're searching and searching and searching, you can't get an answer, it's time to get with a professional. These professionals do this day in and day out. They will help you maximize your money. So at some point, it makes a lot of sense to say, you know what, I've achieved that level of complexity that I need some advice. Just do your homework along the way. When you're working with these professionals, you want to make sure you're very, very, very comfortable with these professionals before you start engaging with them. Hope you enjoyed the article review. So many more to come. Here's a quick recap. 10 money habits that millionaires stick to. Number 1, avoiding debts. If it's not a mortgage debt or a debt on investment properties, they are looking to kill it. Those high interest debts are not friends to millionaires, so they take care of it. They kill that debt. Number 2, they buy cars and they keep them for as long as possible. Why? Because cars and other things with motors are typically not appreciating in value. So they focus on investing dollars instead of dollars going towards depreciating assets. They have an emergency fund. That's number 3. Having that emergency fund helps them with number 4. Having that emergency fund allows them to invest and save consistently. That's number 4. Number 5, they take advantage of as many employer benefits as possible to help them build wealth along the way. Number 6, they are not trying to keep up with others. They're trying to focus on building wealth and living their life and enjoying it to the fullest. Number 7, they're utilizing tax deductions where it makes sense. Number 8, they're always working to have other sources of income. Again, they call out the power of ETFs, mutual funds, and even REITs and dividend-paying stocks. Number 9, they start their college funds early for their children if they want to pay for college. And number 10, at some point, they seek advice. Again, this advice can be financial, legal structure, and retirement, and other things of that nature. And that's pretty cool when they get to that point because, they're starting to make it. They know they have enough complexities going on that they need professionals in their corners to help them every day.
Hey, thanks for staying to the end. This video is brought to you by the Next Chapter team. If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment to hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. This will help the channel reach out to more individuals just like you. We offer one-on-one coaching where we work with people and small businesses to determine a clear path to achieving their financial goals. This includes things like budgeting to reduce debts, planning for big purchases, and even learning how to build wealth with the tools that you have readily available to you. So please see our link below to schedule a free 30-minute call with our team to talk through coaching and understanding your current financial situation. Also, check out some of our affiliate links below for high yield savings account. This is a great place to put your money when you're saving up for those big purchases and your emergency fund. Check out some of our videos right here. And please enjoy and see you in the next video.